Our next little unit, our fourth cluster for the year, it's on exponents and the order of operations. Y'all have done order of operations plenty before, you know, your please excuse my dear Aunt Sally and all that stuff. We'll get into that a little bit more tomorrow. For today, we're going to work with exponents, okay? So on page 105 there in your workbook, a power is the product of repeated factors. I accidentally covered up the is, I guess, on the board. But a power is the product of repeated factors. What a power is, or what it looks like, is that. Okay? It's a power. In this case, it's 3 to the 4th power. The base of the power is the repeated factor. For this one, my base is the 3. The big number is the base. Big, base, BB, right? So the big number is the base. Bases are at the bottom, another B word, right? The exponent is a power shows the number of times the base is used as a factor. So what that means is if I've got 3 to the 4th power, I'm doing 3 times itself 4 times. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Make sense? We've done a little bit with exponents before, right? When all the factors are written out, it's called expanded form. So if I take that power from before, 3 to the 4th power, and I want to write it in expanded form, that's like I just said, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So that's expanded form. You can look at it, you can see it's expanded. It's much longer, okay? In the case of some, it's going to be a whole lot longer. When using an exponent, it's called exponential form. So when you see it in the power, or as the power, that's exponential form. So going back to that 3 to the 4th, this is exponential form. It has an exponent, that's exponential form. Any questions on this so far? You just got to know what the two forms are. Some problems will ask you, or say like, here's the exponent, what is it in expanded form? Or it could go the other way and give you the expanded form and ask you for the exponent. All right, so I skipped ahead down to the bottom of page 105 there. Anything to the 0 power equals 1, okay? So they give you the example of 4 to the 0 power. 4 to the 0 power is what? 1. Yes, at least one of you can read. Anything to the 0 power equals 1. Okay? I'm going to do my best to explain or show you how this works. If you understand it, awesome. If you don't, you just got to remember this part of it at least. Anything to the 0 power is 1, okay? So if I have 4 to the 4th power, that's 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. If I have 4 to the 3rd power, 4 times 4 times 4. If I've got 4 to the 2nd, that's 4 times 4. I've got 4 to the 1, that's 4. What happens when I'm going this way, I am multiplying by 4. I'm multiplying an extra 4 each time. So each time we have an extra times 4, right? In math, as I've said before, if you go the opposite direction, you're doing the opposite type of math. So if we're going this way, we're then dividing by 4 each time, right? So if I go up one more, the 0 would be, and what's 4 divided by 4? 1. That's how you get that 1. 6th grade math, we're not doing negative exponents. You'll get into those with 8th grade math and stuff, but it kind of keeps that pattern going. Like you divide by 4 as you keep going into the negative ones, okay? That make at least a little bit of sense? Like I said, if you don't fully get it, we just gotta remember anything to the 0 power is 1. All right, you got that little table there. Here's what we need. To write that in exponential form, 6 times 6 times 6. There are 3 6's. 6 is my base, 3 is my exponent. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 times 6, 216. I forgot to mention, you might have noticed you don't have any calculators at your tables. You will not get calculators back till after Christmas. The next 3 units we have to do in class are calculator inactive. The next check-in we have to take is almost the opposite of the one you just took. The one you just took had 5 inactive questions and 20 active questions. It's about to flip on that. So very calculator inactive heavy for the next one. Okay, so a little bit tougher. Down here, expanded form. 5 to the 2nd power, or 5 squared, is 5 times 5. 5 times 5, 25. Follow how this works? Do the other 4. Let's do the top row first, the exponential form. So this one here with the 3's. Who can give me the exponential form and the answer? Three to the 4th power. Who's got the answer? 81. Hey, little trick. You can sometimes do this in pieces. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is what? 9. So that 3 and that 3 makes a 9. That 3 and that 3 makes a 9. 9 times 9, 81. Okay? Last one there, top right. Sophia? 8 to the 2nd power, and that is 64. Now we got to do expanded form there on the bottom. times 2 times 2 times 2. That's correct. Up, we got the 3's.
3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 245.
I don't, you said 3. I don't know why I wrote 8. 243 is the correct one there. Okay? Any questions on that? It's not that hard. You do have to sometimes multiply these out. That can be a little more difficult for some of the numbers depending on how big the number or how big the exponent is.